Doug Englen is the son of an Air Force veteran. He was born in September 1968 on Bergstrom Air Force Base. Enlisting right out of high school in July 1986, Doug became a UH-1 Huey crew chief with assignments in Germany and Fort Benning, and flew on combat missions in Desert Shield and Desert Storm. After a stint in the Colorado Army National Guard, Doug came back on active duty, became a warrant officer, and graduated from flight school, becoming a CH-47 pilot. He was assigned to Korea and then, based in Germany, flew combat missions in Bosnia and Kosovo. In May 1998, he joined the 160th SOAR Airborne and quickly became flight lead and standardization officer for A Company, 2nd Battalion. On October 19, 2001, almost immediately after the terror attacks on 9/11, Doug was the fully mission-qualified pilot in the lead aircraft of a force of 10 helicopters and 65 fixed-wing aircraft into Afghanistan on the longest helicopter air assault in U.S. military history. Logging more than 14 hours, refueling in flight 4 times, and covering more than 1,400 nautical miles, Chief Warrant Officer 5 Englen earned his first Distinguished Flying Cross for his performance on this grueling mission. In February 2011, with 5 others, Doug began planning this country's most highly classified mission in the War on Terror. After 2 months of planning and rehearsal, Doug became overall flight lead in Operation Neptune Spear. On May 1, 2011, he successfully led the assault force through a fully integrated and highly sophisticated air defense network, arrived at the objective undetected, and delivered the ground forces to the target. Flawlessly reacting to multiple contingencies, including the loss of an aircraft, his actions allowed the ground force to complete its extremely high-risk mission, ensuring accomplishment. While returning the assault force to friendly territory, they came in direct conflict with other non-U.S. aircraft. He took evasive action and returned all U.S. forces to safety. For his heroism, Doug was awarded his first Silver Star. On September 14, 2011, while piloting a Chinook and leading 5 others over a known area of densely populated insurgent activity, Doug heard a distress call from Special Operations Forces under heavy enemy fire. 1 soldier had been badly wounded and needed immediate evacuation. Sending 3 of his Chinooks back to base, Doug and another Chinook flew to the incident site. As the other Chinook lifted the wounded soldier, and as both Chinooks took enemy fire, Doug flew in a tight circle just feet above the ground, drawing fire to his aircraft, while his crew members suppressed the enemy fire with miniguns and M240 machine guns. The wounded soldiers were safely evacuated to critical care, ensuring their survival. For his courage and heroism, and acting in utter disregard for his own well-being, Doug was awarded his 2nd Silver Star. Mr. Englen has trained and mentored more than 1,000 aviators and enlisted crew members, and has met and briefed all levels of the chain of command, from the President of the United States and the Secretary of Defense on down. For his last position in the Army, he worked directly for the Secretary of the Army as Senior Warrant Officer Advisor for Talent Management. His current mission is as a candidate for the Tennessee Senate this election year. CW5 Englen has flown and logged over 7,000 hours in fixed and rotary wing aircraft, with 34 combat tours, executing over 2,500 missions, many times returning in helicopters riddled with holes. Doug has been awarded 3 Distinguished Flying Crosses and was the only active duty U.S. aviator with 2 Silver Stars during the global war on terror. With unwavering mission focus, No aviator in the history of the 160th has taken on more responsibilities and achieved a higher level of excellence than CW5 Doug Englen. Soldier, officer, aviator, and special operations warrior, standardization officer, flight lead, and instructor pilot, he has demonstrated professionalism and superior tactical and technical competence on some of our nation's most classified missions. His impact on Army aviation, and indeed the history of the nation, cannot be overstated. Please welcome to the Army Aviation Hall of Fame, CW5 Douglas M. Englen.